The party's supposed to end at 2, but it's 3:15 and we're still with the crew. DJ looks tired, but he won't shut down. We bribed him with pizza and a shot of don't tell anyone. Your lipstick's faded, my shirt's not clean, but we look like gods in the silver machine. Taxi lights blinking like they're calling us home, but the streets are kingdom and we're not done. We know the night can't last forever, but we're stitching into our hearts like leather. We don't own the night, but we own the afterglow. The way the pavement sparkles when the bar lights go. Laughing on the sidewalk, shoes in our hands, telling all the secrets we never planned. Music fades, the doors all close, but the best part's always after the show. We don't own the night, we don't own the night, no, the afterglow. We pass a 24-hour diner on the right. Someone yells, I need fries in my life tonight. We pile in the booth, 61C, sharing stories over two salty food and sticky seats. Mascara smudge, tired eyes bright. We look like we lost, but we won this night. Someone starts singing that old throwback song. The whole place joins in like we all belong. You can't buy this feeling from a store. It's the kind of wish that leaves you wanting more. We don't own the night, but we own the afterglow. The way the pavement sparkles when the bar lights go. Laughing on the sidewalk, shoes in our hands, telling all the secrets we never planned. The music fades, the doors all close, but the best part's always after the show. Years from now, when we're stuck in routines, we'll think of this moment like a half-remembered dream. When the rent's due, when the kids cry, when we're too tired to look at the sky, we'll say, remember how we laughed till dawn, how we swore that we'd never be gone. Even if the promise didn't age that well, the memory will, and that's enough to tell. We don't own the night, but we own the afterglow. The way the pavement sparkles when the bar lights go. We don't own the night, we empty apartment, loud mind. Your silence echoes louder every time. Four white walls and a buzzing light. I swear I hear your name at night. I've never heard a quiet that could cut me like this can. Empty apartment, loud mind. No, you, just me again. I've been running all my life from anything that stays. Pack my heart in boxes, send it miles and miles away. Every time someone got close enough to see the trembling little secrets hiding underneath my sleeve, I'd make a joke, I'd change the subject, I'd pretend that I'm better off alone, that I don't need a friend. Then you came along with all your quiet, gentle ways and loved me like you weren't in any rush to win the race. You didn't ask me to be brave on the first night. You just sat beside me and you kept the room in light. Love me slow, don't rush my breaking heart. Let me take my time learning how to trust the dark. Hold my hand, but let me breathe. Tell me you're not leaving when you see the worst in me. I don't need fireworks that burn out when they glow. I just want someone who's gonna love me slow. You bring 2 mugs of coffee to my half-awake regret. Sit across the table while I try to catch my breath. You don't ask for explanations, I'm not ready to explain. You just say, I'll be right here when you're ready to name the pain. Sometimes I start to panic when you're kinder than I am. I think maybe you'll get tired when you see how bad I've been. But you just brush my worries off like dust upon my chest. Say you don't have to earn my love, you only have to rest. You don't call my slowness weakness or a flaw. You call it human and you kiss me through it all. Love me slow, don't rush my breaking heart. Let me take my time learning how to trust the dark. Hold my hand, but let me breathe. Tell me you're not leaving when you see the worst in me. I don't need fireworks that burn out when they glow. I just want someone who's gonna love me slow. Maybe someday I'll be the one who's strong for you. When old ghosts come knocking at the doors you walk through, I'll hold your shaking shoulders. I'll stay up all night, we'll trade the roles of broken and of holding on so tight. Love isn't always pretty, it's not always feeling brave. Sometimes it's just showing up when there is nothing left to save. Sometimes it's letting time do what only time can do, healing all the corners that were never meant to bruise. So love me slow while I learn to love you fast, while I unlearn all the stories of a love that couldn't last. Walk with me through every fear. Promise me tomorrow, but stay fully holy here. We don't need a movie scene, we need a life that grows side by side, year by year, as you love me slow. And when they ask us how we made it through the storms we've known, we'll say we never had it perfect, we just loved each other so. nothing left inside, just echoes where I used to hide. The fire's gone, the heart's gone too. I gave it all to you. There's nothing left inside, just shadows where the light once died. I try to feel alive, but there's nothing left inside. I walk through dreams that never stay. The color's gone, it fades to gray. I hear your name in every sound, but you're nowhere to be found. Maybe healing takes a light. Maybe I'm not meant to try. I still reach across the night for something that feels right. But there's no left inside. You make it feel like home. I've slept in different bedrooms in 100 borrowed towns. Pack my life in cardboard boxes, always ready to move out. I've learned to love the leaving more than any place I've been. Never stayed long enough to let the roots grow in. Then you showed up with your messy hair and your quiet little laugh. Put a mug into my hand and said, just stay a while and rest. I thought here we'd go again, another temporary smile. But somehow every second with you felt a little less like for a while. You didn't build a cage or try to chain me to your door. You just made the space beside you one I kept coming back for. You make it feel like home, even when the walls are bare and the bank account is low. Even when we're eating noodles on the floor beside the phone. You laugh and suddenly I don't feel so alone. It's not the bed, it's not the view, it's the way this life feels lighter when it's next to you. I never knew that I could stay and not feel trapped or home, but in your arms, you make it feel like home. We paint the walls a crooked color, we pick late at night. Argue about the curtains, then we both give up the fight. You string up stupid fairy lights that barely seem to glow, but somehow when we switch them on, it's like the room begins to grow. We burn the toast, we scratch the floor, we break a couple plates. We lose the keys, we miss the train, we show up far too late. But every little chaos just becomes a story told in the language of a life we get to build as we grow Half my clothes are in your drawers, and I just want to leave them more. You make it feel like home, even when the rent is high and we're scared of the unknown. Even when the world outside us feels too heavy to be home, we close the blinds and hold each other. We don't face it all alone. It's not the roof, it's not the street, it's the way you say we'll figure it out and pull me off my feet. I never knew that staying still could feel like being alone, but in your eyes, you make it feel like home. Maybe someday we'll move on to somewhere bigger down the line, a backyard with a little tree, a table where our families dine. Maybe we'll fill every bedroom with the sound of tiny feet, or maybe it'll just be us, and that'll still be just as sweet. Because it isn't what we own that makes this life feel like it fits. It's the way we turn each Monday into something we won't quit. You could put me anywhere, and if you're standing there with me, I'd still feel like I belong where I'm supposed to be. You make it feel like home. In every broken rental and in every crowded road we roam, in every quiet Sunday where we barely touch our phones, in every whispered "Are you okay?" when my cover's blown. I used to think that home was somewhere I had yet to find. Now I know it's just the place where your hand is holding mine. So if the walls all fall and all we have is skin and bone, I'll still be fine. You're where it feels like home. Turn my phone to airplane mode. Tired of watching all your stories go. Everyone's together on a screen I can't touch, laughing in a world that never needed me that much. I said I needed space, but I lied. I just didn't want you to see me cry. I'm offline but lonely, disconnected but it's only making all the quiet feel so much louder in my chest. I thought if I disappeared, maybe I would get some rest, but I'm just growing in my head. Offline but lonely instead. The night still whispers what we were, a quiet sound I can't deter. I walk alone through empty streets, where every shadow seems to breathe. The silence hums your melody, a haunting kind of symmetry. I close my eyes but it won't fade. Your ghost is where my heart was made. Echoes in the dark. the noise to feel alive, but nothing fills the space inside. The lights go out, the air turns cold, and I'm the story left untold. Maybe someday I'll disappear, fade away from what was here. Until that night, I'll play my part, listening to echoes in the dark.
You said you're tired of thinking too much, tired of people who promise and rush. I said I'm tired of feeling alone in a crowd. We met in the middle of too loud sound, so we made a little deal on the dance floor. No past, no future, just a little bit more. Just tonight, let me be the one you get lost with until the night is done. We don't have to fall, we don't have to try. We can leave it all right here under these lights. If tomorrow we go back to our separate lives, that's alright. Just hold me like you mean it, just tonight.
We're talking with our eyes more than with our mouths, saying all the things we're too scared to spell out. Maybe we're broken, maybe we're fine, but we fit in this tempo, in this moment of just tonight. Let me be the one. You get lost with love until the night is done. We don't have to fall, we don't have to try. We can leave it all right here under these lights. If tomorrow we go back to our separate lives, that's alright. Just hold me like you mean it, just tonight, 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 tonight. When the DJ plays the final track, don't promise that you'll call or that you'll come back. Just smile like we both know what this was for. Two lonely hearts not lonely anymore. Just tonight, let me be the one. You get lost with them until the night is done. We don't have to fall, we don't have to try. We can leave it all right here under these lights. If tomorrow we go back to our separate lives, that's alright. Just hold me like you mean it, just tonight. The rain keeps falling on my skin. I let it wash where you have been. Your memory cuts and never fades, just burns beneath the shades. I've said goodbye 1,000 times, but it still echoes through my mind. Every smile I try to fake just reminds me what you take. There's nothing left inside, just echoes where I used to hide. The fire's gone, the heart's gone too. I gave it all to you. There's nothing left inside, just shadows where the light once died. I try to feel alive, but there's nothing left inside. I walk through dreams that never stay. The color's gone, it fades to gray. I hear your name in every sound, but you're nowhere to be found. Maybe healing takes a lot. Maybe I'm not meant to try. I still reach across the night for something that feels right. There's nothing left feels right. watching all your stories go. Everyone's together on a screen I can't touch, laughing in a world that never needed me that much. I said I needed space, but I lied. I just didn't want you to see me cry. I'm offline but lonely. Disconnected but it's only making all the quiet feel so much louder in my chest. I thought if I disappeared, maybe I would get some rest. But I'm just scrolling in my head, offline but lonely instead. Empty bottles by the satellite dish. City lights below us like we're floating in a wish. You're wrapped in my jacket, hair in your face. You say this view is nice, but I love this place. You point at every tiny light, say somewhere there's a million lights. But up on this rooftop, it's only us. Two quiet hearts above the rush. We don't need a crowded room. When the sky makes space for two, you lean on my shoulder, say nothing at all. And I swear that I can hear your heart call. Oh, rooftop hearts beating over city scars. Rooftop hearts. Rooftop hearts. Beating over city scars. You trace constellations on